Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Combat Sports Media YouTube channel. And I'm just glad to be back. Sorry, trying to get this set up over here. And let's talk about some boxing stuff. I want to specifically bring up and talk about the fighter that I'm most looking forward to having back when this COVID-19 bullshit is over with. And that is Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, despite being 40-something years old, or, over 40 years old, and still being arguably the best welterweight in the world right now, is just amazing in and of itself, and it's something that should be noted. The shit that Manny Pacquiao has been through, the shit that he has been through throughout his career, and all the tough fights, all the accomplishments, being on top for years and years and years and years. I mean, the first time I saw Manny Pacquiao fight, I was still in high school. I'm a 31-year-old man now, and he was the Marco Antonio Barrera fight, and I didn't know who the hell he was, but I did know who Marco Antonio Barrera was, and he just came out there and whooped the shit out of him. And that was already, that was in 2004. It's 2020 right now, and he's still, he's a world champion in 2020. You know what I mean? He has the WBA welterweight world title, and he's coming off of a win against Keith Thurman, who is my age and was undefeated at the time. So Manny Pacquiao is just an amazing athlete, amazing fighter. Despite you could talk about if he took it, performance enhancement drugs or whatnot, whatever. Fuck that shit. That's irrelevant because we're in an era where a lot of fighters are taking that, are taking some form of performance enhancement drug. If you don't think that's the case, then you're just naive. You know what I mean? So I don't really hold that against them like probably other people do, because I accepted the fact that most top 10 fighters in every division are on something a long time ago. I accepted that a very long time ago. So it is what it is. But the fact is, he's a great fighter. He's a special fighter, and even though he's old as fuck, he's still the fighter that I look forward to watching the most when this shit ends. I'm looking forward to the announcement of Pacquiao's next fight more than any other fighter in the sport, and that's saying a lot, man. That is saying a lot. Like, I don't give a fuck who Leo Santa Cruz is gonna fight. I don't give a fuck who that guy's gonna fight. I don't give a fuck who Tank Davis is gonna fight. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about who Pacquiao's gonna fight. And that just says it all right there, man. This generation of fighters are kind of a letdown, to say the least, man. This is the generation that came after the generation that couldn't retire the generation before them. Think about that. I'll repeat that one more time. This current crop of fighters is the generation that came after the generation that couldn't retire the generation before